Well, that wraps up our first season of Joe Millionaire in about 20 years. Really hope that they bring this series back because I very much enjoyed it. One thing I would like for them to do if there is another season is give us 2 hour episodes. Like, because even tonight, like, what were the dates? We saw 4 dates in about 10 minutes of airtime. Like, that's not enough. We need more. We want more. We should get more. And, like, in my opinion, run this thing head to head with The Bachelor because this show is superior. I enjoyed this more than The Bachelor. So run it head to head with The Bachelor and see who reigns supreme. All right, let's get into the episode. I think we'll just try to split this one up between the two guys. I'll just share some of my thoughts of what I was thinking as the episode was going on. I actually made some notes this week, so hopefully I get people's names right. Annie Amanda, Annie Amanda, Annie Amanda. All right, let's get into this. Immediately, once the episode started, I got the feeling that Kurt was going to pick Carolyn. I didn't want him to pick her, but like right out of the gates, I was just like, oh no, oh no. Like he's gonna pick her, and they've cleared up absolutely none of their issues. Like you think like at this point, I think that he should have met her son. Like even if it's on like a video call, something like a phone call, a meeting in person, whatever, something. Like we didn't get to meet the son, we didn't get to meet any of her family. We have lingering concerns about the ex, what that's gonna look like for Kurt, what that relationship is gonna be, and just had that sense of dread. And then we hear like that one little snippet. Carolyn thinks that her life would be fun with Kurt. Not that she'd be happy, not that they'd be perfect together, that she thinks marrying someone who thinks she thinks is rich, it would be fun. Just rubs me the wrong way. And I was just going through this whole episode with that sense of dread. Like, yes, we know that Kurt ends up picking Amanda, but as I was watching it, I didn't know that, okay? And then we cut over to Amanda and Kurt. They just look like a couple. Like you see them together, they look like a pair. And just like you just can't not root for them. Like I don't think I saw a single comment all season long that was somebody saying, wow, I sure hope Kurt picks Carolyn over Amanda. No, nobody, because Amanda came across as a very nice, amazing person. Carolyn, not so much so. When we kind of get into the lead up to the decision, we hear that Kurt saying that he's been burned in the past, and I would like a flashback to his home visit where his family told him that Carolyn is exactly like the women he's dated in the past. And I'm like, please, Kurt, please put two and two together. And then we got the decision, and he didn't pick Carolyn. Oh, like what a fantastic ending. And like almost feel bad because like I'm happier that he didn't pick Carolyn than I am that he picked Amanda. Like as much as I think Kurt and Amanda are amazing together, I'm happier that he didn't pick Carolyn. And her reaction to the breakup is all you need to know that Kurt made the right decision. She was cold and callous and just walked away, no emotion. That's not somebody who just got their heart broken. That's somebody who thought that they'd pulled the wool over somebody's eyes when in reality they didn't. I will say I like the promise ring, that it wasn't a forced engagement. Uh, all these shows end with an engagement, and probably primarily because there's a ring sponsor. And I don't think that this was any exception, because we had those ring shots. I don't remember the name. It was like Tadori, I think. Uh, to Corey. My wife's trying to whisper it from off camera. I don't know. There was some brand name in there. They sell rings, apparently. Got that product placement in. But I was glad that they didn't force the engagements and just did the promise rings. And then we now are just down to the moment where Kurt has to reveal that he's the average Joe. What is Amanda going to do? What is millionaire Amanda going to do, knowing that Kurt doesn't have money? They tried to play that moment up. Didn't work. Like, of course she's gonna be like, yeah, it's good, yeah, we're good. She's not gonna say like, no deal. You're not rich, I'm out. No, of course not. Maybe Carolyn would have done that, but Amanda, no way. Like, even in that moment, if it's something that does bother her, in that moment, she's still gonna be fine with it. And like, it's like if somebody proposes to you in a very public place. Like, I don't care who the person is, I'm saying yes. Like, I don't care, I'm saying yes. And like, I'll say no later when we're in private. But happy ending for Kurt and Amanda. A lot of you out there, I'm sure, are cheering that he picked the right girl, and absolutely he did. I didn't get a chance to look up if they're still together or anything, but I really hope they are. I'm getting some motions like this from off screen, and I think that means they're definitely still together. This means happy relationship, right? So hope I didn't ruin that for other people. But yeah, I guess that they are maybe not together anymore. Let's move on to Steven. I think that this decision was a little tougher. We haven't seen too much with either Annie or Calla. Steven and Annie, their relationship has spanned right from the start of the season, but even with that, we just really didn't get to see that blossom and grow. Calla, she was really on the fence about which guy she was gonna go all in on until basically like last week. So like, Calla is just so late to the party that I just felt like she was at a huge disadvantage here. And really, like, once again, I thought all episode long that Steven was going to walk away with Annie. But that was not the case. He chose Calla. And, realistically, I think that they could be a good pair together. We just didn't see enough of them on the show. I think their lives just mesh a little bit better than Annie and Steven. One thing that bugged me this episode is Steven questioning if things are too perfect with Annie. What is with that mentality? Like, if there's no problems, then things aren't gonna work out. If things aren't messy enough, the relationship isn't going to work. I'm not a fan of that mentality. Like, if things are perfect, let them be perfect. Don't sabotage that. If you've got something that you describe as perfect, hold on to that and don't sabotage it. The Calla dinner disaster, kind of hilarious. Their last final date, those final moments together before the decision, and they just make a terrible meal together. An absolutely terrible meal. But sometimes things that work out, those bad moments, can turn into very positive memories, very positive moments, because, sometimes when you're going through something bad and you've got the right person on your side, even if it's a small bad, that can just help give you that clarity. And maybe that's all Steven needed to see with Annie. Like maybe if Annie was on the disaster dinner date and everything wasn't so perfect, maybe that would have been all he needed to change his mind. You know, before the decision, I was really thinking that Steven just couldn't pick Calla just because we just hadn't seen enough of them together. But boy, was I wrong. I just, like, I did not expect Steven to be rejecting Annie at the end here. I really did not. You know, they kind of just looked like the fairy tale story, the fairy tale ending. But that's not what the cowboy was looking for. You know, he wanted someone more like Calla, and that's who he ends up picking in the end. I felt bad for Annie during the breakup because she seems like such a good person. But let's see. Are Steven and Calla still together? See if I can just like send it out into the universe to get it back. I'm getting lots of these motions, which I think means they broke up, right? This is the good sign. No, sounds like Calla and Steven are still together and living together, which at least we got a happy ending from the season. So that wraps things up for this season of Joe Millionaire for Richer or Poorer. I really hope that they bring this back. As I said at the beginning, I really enjoyed this season, and I think that they could do even more with this franchise. So everybody, thank you so much for joining me this season. I hope you enjoyed the recaps. I hope I got everybody's name right this time around. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, we will see you later.